Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Empoli 0, Juventus 2. And again, on the channel, you know it, this is a habit. When Juventus win, we are happy. When Juventus don't win, we are not happy. So today I am happy. Yeah, I am happy. I can say that I'm happy. But there are a lot of things that I'm absolutely not happy about. And on the channel, and you know it, when we are winning, I always try to find the things that didn't go well. And today I was not 100% happy with our performance, that we can divide in different blocks. We had to do better. I was waiting for some answers from the team. I saw a more mature team. Yes, a few seconds, and then I go immediately to your comments, of course, and I say hello to the chat. I saw a more mature Juventus that was managing the game. The problem is that today we win 2-0, but how many times did we manage last year? And not always it was going well. I will tell you one thing. The same game last year, I'm not sure if we win it. I tell you immediately, the same game last year, I am not sure if we win it. I am not sure. Paul Pogba, I have no certainties. I'm also really curious about understanding what is happening with Paul Pogba, because at the end of the game, he was really, I don't know if he was struggling to walk because of a knock, something, but he didn't ask to be replaced. Or it's just the way of Paul Pogba to walk. We know that Paul Pogba sometimes he loves to do these kind of mimics when he's walking. So I don't know. So let's go first saying hello and thank you to Aman that again renewed his membership quite early today. Thank you, Aman, also for the donation from Florian that said, Beppe, I told you on Instagram the 2 players that scored. Yes, I watched it. I replied on Instagram with the exact goal scorers, Danilo and Chiesa. Unfortunately, you said 2-1. And I have to say, fortunately, because that means that Juventus didn't concede a goal. There is a big difference, ragazzi, with the games that I saw until now after match day 3, because match day 3 is over now. When I watched 2.5 games of Inter, because I saw the 2 first games, and the first half of today, Inter is above Juventus. The Milan that started the season is not a surprise, because Milan loves with Pioli to have these turbo starts, but they are impressive. We are not at a level today. We have to be really honest. But it was really important to stick to Inter and Milan. If I'm not wrong, I don't know about the ranking. Honestly, I don't know who else did 7 points. Maybe Lecce. Let's go to the ranking. I don't know if they were fast enough to already update the rankings. Let me check. Yes, they already did. So Lecce 7 points, with Juventus 7 points, Atalanta 6, Inter 9, Milan 9. Indeed, Lecce. But I told you Lecce would be a surprise. You don't believe me. You never trust me. That's the reality. Lecce, the beautiful surprise of the beginning of the season. Peter Gitti, 15 mesi, 15 months with that. We played better than the last 2 games, although I think we should have killed the game earlier. We dominated them physically and had pace up front. Well, I extremely enjoyed the first half of Udinese, like I believe everyone. I didn't like the second half, but it was something that I didn't care about. Why? Because we were already leading 3-0, and it makes no sense in the first game of the season to go turbo, full power, when we know that we have still, the metabolism that is not ready, the physique that is not ready because you are training harder, because you are preparing a season. So I was absolutely not angry with that second half. Against Bologna, we don't play well from the fifth until, well, actually all the first half. We don't play well. We had a reaction at the end of the first half, but it was not a beautiful one. It was more about nerves and anger than really something that we were playing well. And then you have the second half, which is better, where we are even able to score 2 goals, but one was disallowed. Some penalties not given. Anyway, from one and the other side. A strange game against a strong Bologna. Empoli, did we play better? I saw, again, a kind of intelligent first half in managing the 15 minutes. So I'm calling them the quarters, 15, 15, 15, where you manage them. I will go into detail in a second about what I saw, also with the changes with Weston McKennie and Kostic left and right. So we'll talk about them and how we approached that game that was quite prudent, quite cautious, but with the Juventus that apparently knew what they were doing. But again, for me, too much management against the Empoli team that I have predicted in relegation. An Empoli team that is absolutely not convincing. Third loss in 3 games, and it's not that they played against Inter, Milan, Napoli, Lazio, Roma. Roma is also better. But they played against Monza and another Verona and Monza. You see? So the 2-0 is a bit short. Then, of course, if you go with, again, a post, a bar being hit, with Milik and with Kean. But again, that's the moment also on a 2-0 when Empoli gives up. I loved the last minutes of the game. I didn't like specific games. Did we play better? I think we played more mature, not that much better. Thank you, Zaki Warfa, for the donation. Bebe, I didn't watch the game. Did we play well? We didn't play entertaining. We have news about Paul Pogba. Thank you, Sir Raz, for telling us. But thank you. I would have preferred not. I will tell you, Zaki, in a second. But the news about Paul Pogba from Sir Raz is that he's feeling not 100% well. I will tell you here. Can I pin the comment? Wait a second. Can I pin the comment here from Sir Raz? So Allegri said Pogba felt pain in the back. We will see with the outcome of the exams. I'm sorry because he entered well. He entered fantastically well. We saw him struggling walking, and that's a problem. Let's hope it's not too much. But it's a pity. It's a pity. It's a pity because we were already speaking about him suffering from the back. Yes or no? We don't know. I don't want to make it a drama about it, but if confirmed, if he's out for, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, look at how he entered today. 30 minutes plus 7 of injury time, so he's playing 37 minutes, and he's doing it in a level that is just incredible. And I tell you, Pogba is at 25%. He's nearly never running, but when he has the ball, he's able to take it, to go immediately with a vision. He's also able to score a fantastic goal that probably all the other players would have missed. So it's a huge pity. Did we play well? Ragazzi, yes or no? Tell me in the comments with a yes or no. Did we play well? Because we didn't risk anything. I believe they had 0 shots on target, Empoli. Let me check to be sure so that I'm not saying stupidities. Let me check. So in attack, they had 0 shots on target. We had 5. My answer is we played in a mature way. We played in some parts of the game in managing it in a intelligent way, but it was not entertaining. And up front, something is not working. Chiesa, Vlahovic were absolutely not able to find themselves. One time, at 90 minutes and 30 seconds, you see a Chiesa that is able to find Dusan Vlahovic, but a really bad control from Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic that didn't play a great game according to me, but neither Chiesa, because now I see Chiesa until the phenomenal goal that he scores that I will explain you in a second. Except of that, Chiesa didn't play well. It's the second game in a row that I'm expecting better from Chiesa. So the answer is smart, not wow. Rad, 22 months with us. Grazie, grazie Rad. Really appreciate it, my friend. Family member, the brother on the channel. Ciao Beppe, good win before the break. For me, it was extremely important today to win the game. It was really extremely important because we saw that from the moment that we lost 2 points, it was already a total negativity, a negative spiral of everyone, again, with only criticism that you were reading. I wanted to go to the international break with a cool mind, being able to be chill when preparing the game against Lazio. But not only, because the people that will not travel and that will stay in La Continassa, they will have not only Lazio in target, but the next 4 blocks of game, or the next block of 4 games. If I'm not wrong, we are playing, let me check, I will tell you immediately. We are playing Lazio, Sassuolo, Lecce and Atalanta. Why am I saying these 4? Because we will play them between the 17th and the 1st of October, more or less. So the 16th is Lazio. 16 Lazio, then Sassuolo, Lecce and Atalanta. When I'm saying that we needed a win today to prepare that 4 block before having 1 entire week to prepare against Torino, it's better to prepare it with a win. And watching the mistakes that we did today, because we did some mistakes where I'm absolutely not happy about. But yeah, fundamental. Sylvain Lefebvre, merci mon frère, merci mon ami. Victoire ardue, mais Pogba de plus en plus inspirant. Well, Sylvain was just saying before, knowing that Sylvain was not doing fantastically well. Physically, he said difficult win, but Pogba that is more and more inspiring. He was inspiring on the field. He has now, luckily we are not playing against Lazio now because we will go into international break and he will not travel. Only Rabiot will go with the French national team. He will have a bit of time to recuperate. Hopefully nothing major, because it's true that you saw it. A Paul Pogba at this level is making a difference. The pass accuracy of Paul, let me check because I'm really curious. I'm extremely curious about Paul. The stats of Paul. Can we check them? Here I am watching Salernitana Lecce, by the way. If we are looking, I'm really curious about Paul. Wait, player distribution, Paul Pogba that enters at the 30 minutes before the end of the game. 20 balls touched, had, let me put it bigger. 70% pass accuracy in a final third. 70% where, if we are looking at the players that play today, that means that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ninth player in terms of pass accuracy up front in final third. The first one is, of course, Federico Gatti with only 3 passes, but Paul, in the time that he's playing, already 10 passes in final third. And 7 on 10 is succeeding to give them in the foot of the player. Now, Paul for me was really great. But unfortunately, we know it. Paul Pogba, if we are lucky in a way to see him more than last year, because I think that already with the 2 games he already did more minutes than last season, or nearly. The problem is that we never know how many times and how long we will be able to see him. Laggio, 90 months with us. Ciao Beppe, Locatelli worries me, but a win is a win. I agree. I didn't like the performance of Locatelli. There are some players like that I didn't like the performance from. The first half of Locatelli was absolutely not acceptable. Second half better, but not the first. I agree. Then he's giving stability, yeah, but it's absolutely not enough. Miretti, because I see the name of Miretti. Miretti was a player that he didn't play the full game, played a bit more than the first half. He was the first half. When you are comparing Miretti with Pogba, Pogba at 20% is a much better player than Miretti is today. But you know that I didn't like the first 15 minutes of Miretti, but then he grew incredibly well, where he was doing the right thing, Also the beautiful passes. He found the spaces. He was able to dialogue with his teammates. I saw a much more involved Miretti, but in the right way, in a positive way. So for me, Miretti didn't do that bad. I don't think that he did as bad as I saw some comments already from Miretti, but it's true that we are missing that impact game of Miretti that we still don't have. So on that one, I agree. Thank you, Mlaggio. Thank you also to Abai. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Good performance overall, but very, very wasteful. Yeah. If you're looking again, 85% pass accuracy, which is less than Empoli, but also here 76. You know, when I'm saying you that it's a different Juventus than last year we were traveling around the 65, 67, sometimes 70% pass accuracy in opposition half. So we are increasing, we are more precise, we are playing more up front. If you're looking here at the average positions of our team, let me refresh so that we have no mistakes and we can tell the right ones. If we are looking here at the average position of Juventus that is with the purple dots, you will see that Juventus is playing higher than last year with not only one person but two persons, Chiesa and Vlahovic. Okay, they didn't communicate well between them. They can improve, they have to improve, but you see already a much higher wingers with McKennie and Kostic there on the wings that were much higher than in the past. Danilo, that in the beginning of the game it was Gatti that went up, but at a certain moment it was Danilo that played, according to me, a really great game. So you see a Juventus that is higher on the pitch, in average much higher than last year. So, but still very wasteful. I'm proud of Chiesa for being brave to duel with the goalkeeper and then staying on his feet. Look, if I have to save Chiesa today, because he did something just incredible, was this. Federico Chiesa, that he received a fantastic pass of Milik, not offside because he's going before the line in the middle of the field, so never offside. Running, going one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He's actually putting the ball where he has to put the ball with one slight touch. The goalkeeper is touching him. Another player stays on the ground. Another player stays on the ground there. But he had the intelligence, the grinta, and it's not difficult. When you are going at 100 miles per hour, I don't know exactly, but when you are going really fast, you know, everything starts to be more narrow. When he's feeling that touch, red card for the goalkeeper, and you play with 11 against 10. Still on 1-0 up, a lot of players would have fallen. He's actually able to keep with grinta, with anger, with that will of making Juve scoring, with him going on the score sheet. And he's going with so much anger on that ball that he's able to not only to recuperate that ball, but also finding the right angle. You have the two defenders from Empoli that are coming back. He's even able to anticipate them. So, no, on that one, fantastic. Chiesa, fantastic on that one. And that is actually making me giving him a higher score. Before reading the other comments, I want to go with a poll so that you have time also to vote. So for the man of the match, I want to put there... Wait, no, this is not the right thing I have to do. I have to put a poll. So man of the match, I want to go with Danilo. I want to go with McKennie. I can only put 4 of them. So Danilo, McKennie. If you want to, I can put Chiesa for that goal that is giving us that 2-0. And then the fourth one I want to put, let me check who I want to put there. It's difficult to find another one. I could potentially go with I will surprise all of you. I want to put Cambiaso. Cambiaso enters and is doing everything 100% well. I would have put Pogba as well. Yeah, Pogba could have been, but I really appreciated how Cambiaso entered. We were looking also for some answers from people that were entering from the bench. Unfortunately, I can put only 4, but Danilo, McKennie, Chiesa, Cambiaso. On McKennie, I will give you a bit of explanation later, because probably you will tell me, Beppe, what are you speaking about? Why are you putting McKennie there? Stefano Castelli, I feel like Kostic should be the sub for Cambiaso. Well, he didn't play the first 2 games, and today he starts. Okay, let me start with the tactical pad to explain you something. Ealing didn't play today. Okay, so this is the starting lineup. Do you remember how many times I was insisting that Gatti and Weah together at the moment impossible? Do you remember how many times I tell you why Alexandro was playing? I always try to explain you on the channel. Alexandro is playing because Danilo is giving some security, is paying attention to Weah, that still at the moment has not the ups and downs mechanism of paying attention and so on and so on. And that's why we were playing with Danilo there, to give him a bit of protection. Today, I was thinking probably Cambiaso would have played on the right. At the end, he's putting Danilo here on the left. Gatti here, that played a good game. And you have a McKennie. I saw a lot of time when Gatti was going up with the ball, or when he was pressing, I saw a lot of time McKennie here. I started even to write at the first time I really clear. Oh, there was a spider. Mamma mia, the spider is big. Attenzione. Mamma mia, the spider. The spider, what? Mamma mia, the spider was here. I'm not scared of spiders, but the spider was big. It was here. I did like this, and then it fell on me. Mamma mia, disaster. Oh, if tomorrow you start seeing me and being here on the roof, I got you know why. You know why. Peter Parker, just Parker, just Spider-Man. Anyway, I always explained you that movement, and I saw a lot of time Weston McKennie really coming here in the back to really give support to the defense. He was extremely intelligent. And then he played up, down, up, down, up, down. From the moment that Gatti went up, he was there. And you also see a Danilo that is going much higher than Gatti today, for a simple reason, because Kostic is also a player with the experience to go up and down and paying attention. So I really appreciated Weston McKennie, that according to me was the smartest one on the field today, according to me. Then I agree that I preferred Cambiaso than Kostic. Pay attention, Stefano, because Cambiaso with 2 S is the one from Inter. Cambiaso with 1 S is our Cambiaso. That's important. Otherwise, we are talking about the bald Cambiaso from Inter. But no, what Cambiaso is delivering is 100% really, really good. A Kostic that I saw at a certain moment also trying to enter a bit the field, something that he was absolutely not able to do last year, is working on it, not yet at the level. And also a lot of crosses that were absolutely just, I just cross. Crossing for crossing. Maric, 15 months with us. Milik played well, but unfortunately no goal. It's not a problem for me to analyze the performance of Milik with goal or not goal. I didn't like the preseason of Milik. I didn't like the first 2 games of Milik when he entered, but every time he entered instead of Federico Chiesa. This time he enters instead of Vlahovic, and you see that immediately he has a total different communication with Chiesa. He knew what to do, he knew what his position was, and also thanks to the fact that Milik has more easiness to support the team in the midfield, he's able to take that ball and open spaces for Chiesa, like we did, for example, for that goal. So I agree with you. I liked how Milik entered today. I don't care about the fact that he scored or not. It could have been with that touching the post. Mr. Zep, 90 months with us. Forza Juve, Forza Pogba. Hope he stays fit. This is the prayer that we all should do. Because a Pogba, from the start, is changing your team. Lorenzo, grazie Lorenzo. I try to rush a bit with the comments. Empoli is a very weak team in my opinion. You are correct. That performance was poor. I'm sorry to be negative, but we will never compete with the top teams with that kind of performance. I agree with 50% of your message. I don't agree with with your second part. Why? Because if I agree that Empoli is poor, 100%. I already said it, by the way, before. We had to do better. I agree also that, no, you are not negative. I think that you are correct in saying that they were really poor. We should have done better. The performance was not fantastic. That's why I'm telling you that I'm not 100% happy neither. I saw, again, some movements, some things better. The only thing that I'm not agreeing with you is that with this kind of performance, we will never compete with the top teams. I don't agree. Because if last year we lost the possibility to play, I'm not speaking about the off the field that influenced a lot, but on the field is because we were not able to win a lot of times out of our home against small teams. That's where we lost it, because we were not able to close a game, because we were not able to keep clean sheets, because we were not able to manage the game when we had to manage it. So I think that winning against Udinese, winning against Empoli today, 3-0 Udinese, 2-0 Empoli, these are the wins that are counting to give autostima, confidence to the team, to make that the team is thinking, okay, we can do it, we can win. And after a year where we were scared to play against Monza, against whoever team, Udinese, you win twice, 1-0. The first game at the end of the game, really with a late goal of Danilo, you know. Then the other one, it's Chiesa with an individual initiative that is changing that game, winning 1-0 in the last game of the season. You see, I believe, ragazzi, that these games are important. We are in the start of the process. Yes, it's true. Milan, Inter are looking much better than Juventus. I watched all the games, so except of second half of Inter, I watched all the games, and I can tell you that they are at the moment much more informed. They are much better. They are impressive. You can add every single beautiful adjective that you want. It's correct. It's correct that we are not at that level yet. But if you are able to win, if you are able to not concede a single shot, if you are able to not be shaky behind and so on, finding new solutions on the left, on the right, with Cambiaso, Weah that are entering from the field, if you are able to recuperate a Pogba, then at a certain moment, points will count. We have Lazio that when we come back, Lazio that was able to beat Napoli. So it's not a team that you can already say, okay, Lazio is really poor. They were not fantastic, but they were able to beat Napoli in the Maradona Stadium. If you are able to win also that game, that makes that we have 10 points on 12 available. And that's a beautiful start, much better than the years before. So I think that these kind of performances, they are counting a lot. And that will help us to be able to understand if we want to be able to compete with these teams or not. Don't forget also, there will be some fatigue that will enter in the legs of Inter, in the legs of Milan, and so on and so on. So pay attention. Ciao, my friend. Thank you, Allah. Pogba has back pain as per Allegri. Hope it's a simple one. Yeah, we read it already. Thank you for telling us, Allah. Let's see. I didn't hear the words of Max. I didn't see him face when saying it, so I don't know if he was really worried when he was speaking about it or not, but reading the words, Pogba ha sentito un fitta dietro, so he had a back problem at a certain moment. We will see the exams. I'm sorry because he entered really well. Hopefully it's not a big problem. Hopefully it's not a huge problem. Because we were hearing this week that Paul Pogba would have these kind of chronic problems for the remaining parts of his career. So we have to really pay attention. Mohamed Youssef, thank you for the donation, my buddy. Juve, we need to create breakthrough patterns and options to shoot from outside with defending teams. Glad to see players with confidence. I remember a shot from Danilo that didn't go on target. This time, no shots from Rabiot, no shots from Locatelli. I'm saying, really from the distance. We tried. If you are seeing here purple is Juventus. Juventus tried a lot. And look at how all the tries of Juve, which are a lot, how much? I think 15 times or something like that. And you see that one time we try here at the first half, in the first half with Kostic. Kostic that has been asked to try them. So here you have Kostic. Then you have here the one of Danilo that went over the goal at the 75th. You have here the one of Moise Kean. I remember that one, but it's at the 94th. 31st, you have Dusan Vlahovic that is trying with his left foot, and then you have this part with Timo Weah. Timo Weah is an important one, indeed, for these shots from outside of the box, something that I didn't know he was able to do, but you see here that we tried, but not enough. I agree with you, because if you're looking, it's 5 times. One time it's at the 90th minute. One time it's at the 94th. And one time it's at the 75th. So we had to wait, actually. There are some things, mamma mia, disaster. I'm feeling the spiders on my body. I don't know why. But we had to wait. While you see the other ones, they tried much more from not much more. But if you are looking in comparison, yes. So we are always trying to go inside the box, which we need to improve. I agree. Mohamed. Cugino Eddie, no Sandro, no shots on goal. Yeah, it's true. Even if I will repeat, the Sandro against Udinese did really well. The ones against Bologna, absolutely not. Then today, it's always linked. If you know a bit Allegri, if you learned a bit who is Allegri with all those years that I try to explain how he's thinking and so on, you know that it's not always one player. For him, it's linked with a system. It's not, let's play Huysen, let's play Danilo, and play Gatti. No, it's not just individual who plays in that role. If I play Gatti, who is the midfielder in front of him? Who is the winger next to him? That's what he's really looking for. And it's the same on the balance on the other side. But, ragazzi, this has been Allegri already since his first spell, when he was playing with Evra, with Lichtsteiner, and he was changing with, I don't remember all the names of the players, but I remember, depending who was starting on the left, he was playing another one on the right. So he was never playing, with like 2 starters and 2 stubs. He was always trying to change. Matthew, Beppe, we have a decent streak in 3 matches to win. It's not a decent streak because, according to me, Matthew, we had to win against Bologna. For me, that was a huge step back against Bologna that made me really angry. Again, I will tell you, I saw a better Juventus against Bologna than the Juventus from 22-23. But we had to do better. And you know how I see that Juventus is changing and is adapting? I will tell you. I will show you. You remember Udinese game? Udinese game, if you watch the post games when I'm analyzing it, do you remember that I was telling you, Udinese, we played only on the left? This is the attacking thirds from Empoli, for example. But on Udinese, Juventus was going with 68% of the time in the first half on the left. Then it was a bit better in the second half where we changed, but the big majority was on the left. Empoli. Against Bologna, we were playing half left, half right. And they blocked us on the left and on the right, and we were never able to play centrally. Never. We had no solution. We had no creativity. We had no ideas, with consequences that we played on the left and on the right without being dangerous centrally. Today, Juventus is stronger centrally than on the right and play a lot on the left at a certain moment. But this is not how we start the game. Because if you go to halftime, you see, at halftime, you play a majority of your plays centrally. So if I go with you step by step, minute by minute, let's go with 5 minutes. We start the game on the right side. This is where we start after 5 minutes. After 4 minutes, we start to shift a bit more centrally. Again, more centrally. Centrally is increasing. And you see, after 20 minutes, it's already a draw. Left, right, and in the middle, with actually the most part play in the middle after 20 minutes. After 26 minutes, 27 minutes, big majority is centrally. We continue to grow centrally. We continue to grow. And then you see at first half, we have a ex aequo left and centrally. And that's why I'm telling, it's not true that it's the same Juventus as last year. We are trying different things. But at the moment, we are like babies. You know, a baby that is learning to walk. In the beginning, he will try, and he will try to find something, you know, with two hands. In the beginning, when a baby is learning to walk, probably it's the parent or the mother or the father that is keeping the baby, you know, from the back. And the baby goes and has difficulties to be stable on the legs, but is trying to put foot above foot just to have the mechanism without having the strength to keep on the both foot. Then when it's starting to work like that, what the parents are doing most of the time, they are trying, you know, to let him stand alone on a small table, you know, so that he can, with two hands, turn around the table. Now you have these kind of fantastic toys for kids where they have, you know, like the back that is secured, you know, for security. Then the third step is that they are going with one hand on the wall, for example, and they walk like that. And then you start walking, okay? This is a bit like Juventus today. Today we are working on the left side with Cambiaso that is entering. Tomorrow we are trying not only to go on the left, but trying to surprise Bologna also on the right side. Cambiaso tries, he's blocked on the right side. Wea is blocked, we can't work, it's not possible, and we don't know what to do. Today we are adding something, the center of the field. So today we are in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, but we can't mix everything yet. And I believe with more physicality, with more experience, with players playing more and more and more, with the right movements, without too many changes, because you have to give continuity to the team, to the starters. I believe that Juventus can do all these kind of things, but step by step by step. The ref ruined the Bologna game according to Emiliano. He played a big part on it, but we had to do better. Aman, that I already said thank you to in the beginning because he was the first one. He already renewed membership like 22 months in the beginning when I was not even live. But let me say again, thank you. Using the Federico Chiesa emote, and then you have Abai. I try to answer everyone. Thank you. You are so patient. Sometimes I don't even understand how you are so patient with me. Thank you. I hope we can close these kind of games earlier. I 100% agree. Leaving today open was stressful and prevents us from playing Nicolosi, etc. and letting them grow. Bye, you know, 9 on 10, I agree with you. Here again, I agree with you. I was commenting the game on the Twitch channel of Juventus in Italian. I didn't feel well today. I really didn't feel well today. I had that fear that we would have conceded a goal at a certain moment. You know, something in the box, a corner kick, a free kick, a deflection or whatever. That would have cost us the game and not being able to answer to Empoli. And it's true, when I'm listening to your comments, when I see that you're angry, that you're saying that you are not playing well and so on, you are correct, because, and I understand it, because I don't, today, after game day 3, probably because of the bad feelings of last season and so on, I'm still not confident that Juventus is master of their destiny. That they will be master to react on something negative. So I agree. Should have gone. Then, of course, if Vlahovic is scoring that penalty, the game changed earlier. No, I was not good in the commentary, Yash, today. Today was really, really bad. I was slow paced. Also with the goals, I was not fantastic. You know that I nearly didn't celebrate for the goal of Danilo today because it was so strange. The ball there in the middle, it was not beautiful. I don't care. A goal is a goal, but it was not a really beautiful one. No, I don't look sick, but you know that I started also giving trainings to kids. It was super early this morning. I was not used to wake up that early anymore. But it happens. It happens. It happens. Thank you guys for renewing and also for your donations. Let me check. Once again, Curva Sud was outstanding. Mamma mia. Oh, you know that this season I have the luck to, because last season I had no, or I was listening with commentary and I don't like, because then I'm influenced, I hear double voices and so on. So I was actually watching the games without audio. This season we found a technique for me to have the real audio without commentary. And that's really fantastic because I'm able actually to hear live what is happening. And it's true that I started doing that test against Bologna. Not the first game, so today was the first game I was doing. The atmosphere away was fantastic. It's how can I say? It's sad. It's sad that we can't find a compromise between all parts involved, Digos, Club Juve, fans. Because if you are able really to give that many voice, enthusiasm, so we were hearing only the Juve supporters. They were really motivating me at a certain moment. I was dancing because I was really happy to hear them. We should go back to the stadium, put aside everything, think about the team, what you want to give about the team. This is again I love atmospheres of supporters, the ultra. I'm in love with the ultra mentality on so many things, but if I have one thing that I don't like, it's the fact that we should never, because we are not there for own interest. We are there to support our team. So put aside everything and go. No, but I don't agree with I miss home. The doors of home are open. They just have to go. As easy as that. Yes, it's true. La Digos, that is an external service, is forbidding the drums. It's true. That's not Juventus. That is forbidding. Go and sing. Go and sing. As simple as that. Put aside everything. Think about one of the most difficult periods Juventus is in. Go for it. But anyway, I'm not in. I can't do anything about it except that when I go to the stadium, I raise my voice to sing and try. Ciao, Beb. I just came back from home. How is everything? I'm doing well, Juan. Doing well. Grazie, Ash. Beppone, thoughts on Miretti's performance? In my opinion, he had very inconsistent performance. I saw him growing from the 15th minute on. I saw him growing from the 15th minute on. Much better. But it's true. Miretti has the problem of being inconsistent in one game. He's always missing that small thing to go up. I still believe in the guy. I think he has qualities. But also for him, if the first year, it's his first year as an 18 years old kid that is going to the first team as a starter in a lot of games at Juventus, learning a lot of things, doing mistakes in a really, really, really in difficulty Juventus. This year he needs to step up a lot. He steps up a lot. But I didn't like our performance in a midfield. I saw someone that said Romeo Agresti was right. By the way, tomorrow on his channel, 11 p.m., we will speak about the game of today. And we will, have a dialogue also with you. We'll speak about some flopped initiatives of Mercato that we tried. So be there tomorrow. But But I agree, he needs to step up. He needs to step up, and our midfield is at the moment a problem because Alexandro or not Alexandro, our team is not doing that bad in defense. Huh? We didn't play yet. We didn't do the test against a Napoli, an Inter, a Milan, where they are coming from all sides. We didn't do yet, but we can say that our defense can be better, but that is not the hugest problem. Our wings, we renew them, we have more minutes, we have more legs. Even the McKennie of today absolutely didn't disappoint me. By the way, you didn't vote him. You voted for everyone except for McKennie. For me, he was man of the match. For the intelligence of Weston McKennie, for me, Weston was man of the match. Because the entire minutes that he played them really, really well. Really intelligent. By the way, how many? 6%. 6% of the votes for Weston McKennie. I would have voted for him. Guardalà, Don is telling Pogba he felt something after the midfield tackle at the final whistle when all the Juve players went under the curva to cheer. He instead went to the locker room. Yeah, but we saw him walking. We saw him walking like that already. He stayed on the field, so hopefully, the good thing is it's not again the inflammation on the knee. It was the back, so we will wait for the exams. Good that there is international break. Beppe, what do you think about Baldanzi? It was a player that I wanted at Juve. Juventus at a certain moment also was curious about him, investigated about him. Empoli wanted to keep him. I think that it's the right choice so that he can play with continuity. It's a bit like the loan of Juve. If Juve signs him, of course, next year. It's a bit the loan that you are giving to Empoli so that he can progress with continuity, a bit what other players did in the past with Empoli. But on the other side, well, we don't know if we will sign him, but it's a player I really like. I will tell you, he was not my preferred one because I know that a lot of people spoke well about him. He was not my preferred one at Empoli. You know who, according to me, played really well from Empoli? It was the two guys there on the left side, Pezzella and Cambiaghi. I think that Pezzella and Cambiaghi were doing a lot. And also that's also why I want to put some kudos to McKennie and Gatti that were really alert. And they really worked together to pay attention to these guys because in the first half they were playing only on that side. You can see it here with the attacking thirds again from Empoli. In the first half, you see 50% of the time they were on that side. So I really liked both of them, Cambiaghi and him. But Baldanzi is a good player and he played also well today, yeah. Franco Chan, 7 months with Buongiorno Beppe, woke up to bring Vivi to school. Make sure that she's having a nice day. Franco, thank you for 7 months. When she comes back, you say hello from Uncle Beppe, from Zio Beppe. Chef, my friend, grazie Chef. Chef is saying, what I learned about this game is 1, Gatti starts over Sandro. Chef, no, because that means that you didn't listen to any single word that I told you. That means that you didn't finish the sentence. If you finish with, I prefer Gatti over Sandro, with McKennie on the right side, instead of Weah, because Weah on the bench, then I agree with you. But until Weah, because the Weah will not train in La Continassa, he will go to USA with Weston McKennie. So the two that should play on the right side, McKennie, Weah, they will not be there. So Gatti that will stay in La Continassa because he has not been called up from Spalletti. Gatti will be able to train with nobody on that side. And that's why I'm saying, but yes. Gatti over Sandro, yes. Individual players, yes. But I'm still scared. To see Gatti and Weah together because what Weston will do. Please give me a favor. Do me a favor, Chef. Try to go back to the game and watch at the minute 11:30. watch 11:30. Watch minute 11:30 of the beginning of it. If you are able to, watch minute 11:30. Because at minute 11:30, you clearly see why Wea and Gatti could not play together today. Yeah, Gatti got the penalty. Yeah. But maybe if Gatti and Wea would play, maybe we would have conceded 2 goals. On that left side. And I think, because a lot of time we are not appreciating the shadow work also from Max Allegri. Because today, what did I tell you? That today, and I showed you with facts, it's not just, an invention. With facts, that 50% of the time, Empoli was attacking on that left side. Okay? Max knew it. He knew that they would go with Cambiaghi and with Giuseppe Pezzella. What's the name? I don't remember. Giuseppe Pezzella. He knew it. So he said, they will attack from that side. I will put a Weston McKennie that will give the support to Gatti. We will block them here. And Danilo can even play a bit more higher, because Gatti starts higher on the pitch and then he goes back. If you are going to the position of Gatti, heat map, well, I believe, ragazzi, at a certain moment, I believe that we can also praise the tactical work of Allegri. Also defensive in blocking the other ones and playing Gatti at the right moment. So that's the performance of Gatti for 90 minutes, okay? If we go, so he's playing on the right side, okay? Look how high he's coming already after, we are at the 11th minute of the game. Look how high he is. Then, you see? And then he understands that he needs to play a bit more in the back. Then he stays a bit more in the back. But in the beginning, he loves to go up. Look how many times he went up. Gatti. We are not speaking about a winger. We are speaking about a 3-man defense. And then, you see the rest of the game, he's a bit more prudent. He never goes up anymore. That's Gatti. But now, I was showing you 11:30. 11:30 is something like here. He didn't touch the ball, unfortunately, so we don't know where he is. But if we are looking at Weston McKennie, the performance of Weston McKennie, you see here already at 11 minute 40, already a few times he's going here on that position. You see the game of Weston. No, but I understand that you don't agree. A lot of time we are looking at the beauty, how we are thinking about offensive patterns. But we have to be objective, Italian Aussie. We have to be objective. It's about, a coach is not only the offensive side. It's the offensive side, the midfield, how you build, but also how you're able to pay attention to not be shaky, to not concede, to not give spaces and blocks to a team that clearly, and it's not a mystery, clearly had the intention to play on their left side, so on our right side. It was clear. So it's not a mystery if today you have a change of this entirety of the field. Kostic, I think he played today because we wanted to give him also, the feeling of being involved. He didn't play the 2 first games. Also, to make sure that he's there, that he's feeling part of the project, because 3 games in a row not starting could have been a problem, because then you are actually scratching a player from your team, which makes totally no sense. But if you are doing this, ragazzi, you tell me whatever you want, but if, according to me, if you're able to anticipate this site, and you know that they will attack there, and you change completely here, you give Gatti his first game, you play a Weston McKennie that played a very smart game, and he knew what to do, he was never in difficulty, and he was also up in certain parts of the moment of the game. If you're looking here, where McKennie is, I think they did really well on that side. That's why I also put Weston McKennie as my man of the match. My man of the match. 2, our midfield needs to work. I agree. 3, a 50% Pogba is better than all our midfield. I agree. So I agree with 2 and 3. The first one, I agree. Individual. Not yet if we start Wea Gatti on the right. From the moment that Wea will be ready to do what McKennie did today, yes. We don't know, Daniel. That's really far away. Jack, we struggled in our build-up on the left without Alessandro. That's why it's important to have a left foot player on the left. Also, it's correct. Well, good. You saw it well. Beautiful take, Jack. I agree with you. It's true. And also, that's why we played a bit more centrally, because Danilo, when he took the ball, we went up in that second part of the first half, he went centrally. It's true. Golden Boy Fede. Andre, even with Wea on the right. No, I don't agree, ragazzi. Maybe, Then, I know that maybe against, I don't know, not Lazio, but maybe the next game, Sassuolo, we will see Wea Gatti together, and you will tell me, Beppe, you were wrong. Was I wrong? Or is it because after a few weeks in training session together, they became better, but Gatti was, again, went up, and so, I believe it just needs time to see them playing together. But not today. And Max is thinking like me. You know what I think it's really strange? It's really funny, actually. It's really funny. Because on a lot of things, I think like Max. Tactically, when I'm coaching, when I'm analyzing a game, a lot of time I understand why he's doing it and so on and so on. Then I'm not in La Continassa, so I just see and I explain. But I really understand Max Allegri. I don't understand that a lot of people, they are hating so much Max, and then they like the channel. I don't know why. I didn't say that I was a big fan of Max or that I loved him for eternity. That's my favorite quote. That's not what I'm saying. But I understand it, and I can really find myself in some things that he's doing. It's funny. I don't agree, Andre. For me, Vlahovic didn't play well. Can you tell me, guys, Andre liked the performance of Vlahovic? I didn't like the performance of Vlahovic. At a certain moment, where was it? At the 19th, in missing that stop. But before that, at a certain moment, you have a cross from McKennie. It's not perfect, the cross, but he's asking for the ball. So you have a Dusan that is asking for the ball, and then he doesn't actually go to the first post. Who did I just watched a player doing that movement? Holland, Manchester City. He scored 3 goals. One of the goals, you clearly see how crazy he is in that. He's like this, I promise you. He's like this. He doesn't move. He's like that. He's concentrated. Looks like, he will never move in his life because he's so big. And at a certain moment, there is a kind of penetration pass across, I don't remember. He's going on the ball. You know that today we had a game with the kids. One of the first thing that you're saying to these strikers or so on, to the kids that are learning the job, is go to the ball. Don't wait. If you're asking the ball at the second post, you're asking it, and you're showing with your movement that you are doing it, you can't stay between 2 defenders. I praised him in the 2 first game because he was going to the first post, going towards the ball. Chiesa, on that same moment where you have that cross of McKennie, is staying in the back. So you have indeed a Vlahovic that is asking, not doing the movement. You have a Chiesa that is not entering the space that is left there to go and attack that first post. They don't communicate with each other. Vlahovic is immobile. Chiesa is not participating. That cross goes into the middle. Easy for a defender to put it away. So, you see, for me, the movements were not correct. It's not about the penalty. Yeah? Even if you're looking at the penalties, he needs to do a bit better. A lot better, honestly. He needs to do a lot better. I will try to show you the penalties of Dusan Vlahovic. Penalty history, Dusan Vlahovic. The last one is, they didn't count the last one yet. So these were before today, the last 5 penalties, okay? Udinese at home was number 1 on the 20th of August. So game 1, okay? There no problem because the goalkeeper is going on the right side. Penalty low on the ground on the left. The goalkeeper, Silvestri, he studied that a lot of times he's going on the right side, so he's going on that side. And Vlahovic, great. Then you have a goal against Salernitana here. I don't remember it by heart. You remember that goal against Freiburg? Disaster penalty. A disaster penalty. I believe, yeah, it's in March as well. He's missing that penalty against Sampdoria and then a disaster penalty against Freiburg because he's scoring that penalty. He's scoring against Freiburg, but do you remember, deflected by the goalkeeper entering the goal, really bad shot penalty. We were happy, but it was a bad one. Here, penalty, and the penalty of today is really bad, huh? Yeah, the one was against the post against Sampdoria, I remember. Actually, it was much better shot than the one that he did against Freiburg. I remember that I said it was a perfect penalty and he missed it. And then the week later, I said it was a horrible penalty and he scored it. But this is something that he needs to pay attention because the penalty of today is horrible. It's horrible. Grande Stefano. Paul. Allegri deserves respect. He's top 5, maybe 3 all-time Serie A coach. Last 2 years, Juve had a lot of other difficulties. Yeah, you know, I agree partially. Even if I think could have done better, faster, earlier. With all the difficulties, I think he could have done better. With all the difficulties. Michael, grande Michael. The sad thing is to see the potential of Kean. Today again, he's hitting the post. He's so strong, he can hold the ball really good, but he lacks the killer instinct. Does he lack the killer instinct? I don't know if he's lacking the killer instinct. I think he lacks sometimes a bit of consistency if being a professional guy that wants to give everything to succeed. No, Moise looks like, someone external to the team that sometimes he's saying, like he's waking up, he said, you know what, now I will give everything. I will give everything. I will show the world that I am Moise Kean and that I'm a fantastic player. And then he's okay. He disappears a bit. He arrives late. This is something he has to do much better. Much better. Pablo prefers to take the risk Gatti than with Sandro. But the problem is then you will destroy 2 players. And Gatti Owea, you will be shaky, you will concede goals. More than the only goal that we concede at the moment against Bologna with Alexandro. That I don't, I don't like. Don't let me defend Alexandro. I'm defending an idea of football, of understanding why. Then if you tell me, Pepe, he's away and we should have gone with Ndika, I would have told you all my life. If you tell me play Huijsen, we play Huijsen. If you tell me that we are able to find another center-back, left-foot center-back, I would tell you all my life. But at the moment, these players are not there. Punzara, I didn't know it was done. It was finished because they didn't even speak about it that much. So today my son said, we heard this and this, but I didn't know. Luciano Spalletti is much worse than Allegri, guys. Luciano Spalletti is much worse than Allegri. If I have to choose Allegri all my life, I don't care about Spalletti with Udinese that was playing well, or with Inter, or with Roma. He never won nothing. He just won one time last year, and then he didn't even put himself in the, how can I say, in the challenge. He won with Napoli, with knowing that all the stars were aligned, without competition, with that World Cup, so that he could start again the preparation, avoiding the months where he had difficulties. He won, and he said, ciao. Well, if you want a coach like that, I know that now, especially in America, people now are in America. A lot, not everyone, of course, but a lot of fans, they like whatever. If you're Italian, we love you, which is, according to me, when you are a fan of a club, it's not always correct. But Spalletti, according to me, is not better because you have everything to pay attention for. And he's a coach that from the moment that you have the first difficulties, he's not able to take his team up. But anyway, j'ai pas vu les supporters de Lyon. Je sais pas ce qu'ils ont fait. What did they do, the Lyon supporters? Let me try and check. I don't know what they did. I know that Lyon, they have a president that they don't like, Texor, that took over Lyon after Ola. He took over Crystal Palace, Botafogo, and RWDM in Belgium, and I know that he's not really liked, but I don't know what they did. Séquence incroyable à Lyon, les capots de Bad Guns avaient un message à faire passer aux joueurs lyonnais. Sacrée image. What was the message that they wanted to show them?
À ceux qui assument
Wait.
le statut de cadre du vestiaire. Le message est clair. S'il y a des cadres dans ce vestiaire, ils n'ont plus le droit de se taire. Vous portez le maillot de l'Olympique lyonnais. Vous êtes ceux. Pas la peine de cacher si tu veux parler derrière tes doigts. Si tu veux nous dire un truc, pas de problème. On peut discuter après. Pour le moment, vous m'écoutez. Vous nous écoutez. Vous êtes ceux qui portent le maillot bleu. D'autres avant vous l'ont porté, l'ont glorifié ce maillot. Vous n'avez pas le droit de le salir.
Okay, I just listened to a part of it. What are they speaking about? The supporters of Olympique Lyon, because Lyon is really doing extremely bad. So after the game, the supporters, they had like two banners saying if there are some leaders in that team, you are not allowed anymore to stay silent. You have to speak. And then they took the microphone after the game, the supporters, speaking directly to them, saying that they have to honor the shirt, saying that if things are not going okay, they have to speak. They were pissed off with them. So I don't know exactly all the situation of Lyon. What am I thinking about that personally? I think in football is you give and you receive. On everything, you give and you receive. If the supporters of Juve would have done that, I would not have appreciated it, because it's already, I believe, 5, 6, 7 years that the supporters of Juve are the ultra from Juventus are not giving anything. So you have not the right. You have not the right to point fingers at players when you are not giving. Look at what they are doing away from home. At home, we are leaving our team. So I don't know. No, it's not a corporate answer. I would not be happy with our supporters doing it because you don't have the right to do it. Why is there a fantastic atmosphere today in Empoli fantastic from our fans, from the Ultra, but they don't want to do it at home until their own interests are done. So I don't agree. I don't agree, but I don't know how the Lyon supporters are. I know that I'm looking at the images. The stadium is full. So I don't know. I don't know. What I think about who? About Yildiz. Yildiz is a player that I already spoke so much. If you are going back to the channel and watching, I posted immediately his first goal with the under 19. Fantastic kid, super fantastic kid, but he was not in my. It was not the number one of my favorite youngsters. I always said Dean Huysen, Nonje, Yildiz. Because Yildiz with the under 19, there were some moments where he was annoying himself or he was not going, but I'm super happy. Yeah? I'm super happy. Now I want to see more of Yildiz. That didn't enter today, but I want to see more of him. No, I'm super happy about Yildiz. I really like the player. But I don't want to put him still too much pressure. Look, today he doesn't enter. It's normal. Huh? It's normal. Then maybe against Lazio he will enter and will change the game because he has some qualities that we are missing in the teams, in our team. Luca, ciao Beppe, sempre un piacere ascoltarti. La svolta quest'anno sarà il 3-4-3 con un sottopunta che avrebbe potuto essere Pogba. Ma se non recuperiamo a gennaio, magari lo troviamo uno. Non lo so Luca, se a gennaio abbiamo abbastanza soldi per andare sul mercato. Vediamo. Beppe, how do you evaluate the performance of our players from the B team? Sorry, I meant Frosinone. Oh, if you want to speak about Frosinone, well, Caio Jordi didn't play. I watched the entire game. I was already extremely positively surprised about Barrenechea's game against I don't remember. Not now, the game before. I don't remember against who they played. But I said that he was really doing well in that first half. Second half, not yet, and then he went out. Then yesterday or 2 days ago when they played Frosinone against Udinese, Frosinone, they will have difficulties this season. It was difficult for them, but it was at home of Udinese. I really liked Barrenechea. More than Sule. I really liked Barrenechea. Intelligent, blocking every or intercepting every single ball that he could with his legs, helping the defense, also being involved by the team. I think that he can be one of the best players of Frosinone, Barrenechea. No, against Napoli he entered a few minutes at the end, but no, the second game they played. Was it against Atalanta? Frosinone? No. I don't remember. Napoli was the first game they played. They lost. Let me check. The second game they played. Could be that it's Atalanta. Let me check. Fixtures. It was indeed Atalanta. Against Atalanta. And then Sule, in the beginning, he was looking a bit for his position. He just arrived like 2-3 days. But from the moment he understood his position, he played a really beautiful game. I preferred Barrenechea, but Sule gave some touches of magic there. A lot of people also liked Khedira, that I personally didn't really like in that game. Harwi played okay, well, but I preferred Sule. Sule was really, at a certain moment, he's giving a fantastic assist. There is nobody that is following, then he's touching the post in a really difficult position. No, I like. I'm really curious to see more of Frosinone. Really. What else? No, but Locatelli not good again. Locatelli not good. I didn't like Locatelli. Vlahovic Bremer, I didn't like Bremer today. I don't know what you think, guys, but I didn't like Bremer today. Was not his. I saw him doing better things. No, I didn't like Bremer. Who else? I'm trying to check and to think who I didn't like today. So Vlahovic, Locatelli, Bremer. No, actually, that's it for the, according to me, the three that I didn't like. Miretti, I saw him growing. Was not perfect in the beginning, much better towards the end of his game. David says, I liked Kostic. He really fight today. But Kostic, yeah, it was not bad, but too many inaccurate crosses. You know, he's there since 1 year. Thomas, I didn't read Thomas today. Thomas is saying, Thomas, let's just say we are having a slow start to the season with a practical approach, prioritizing points. We have a turbo start against Udinese. Don't speak about that second half because it makes no sense when you are winning 3-0 in the first game of the season. But turbo start against Udinese. A frustrating game against Bologna, where we try and we are able to come back on the score sheet. But unfortunately, because of episodes and whatever, you are not able to win it. On the other side, we didn't lose it because don't forget that according to me there was a penalty. Even if I saw a lot of images of is there a contrast between, for me there is a penalty there for Bologna. So I was expecting better and we didn't. Today I saw indeed again managing Juventus, and again I don't care if we are looking for points and we are managing a game. Is this team able to really manage a game against the better side? I am not sure. Again, I want to go with trust and positivity that last year against these small teams, a lot of time we were in difficulty and we were not able to win. So I take it. If you're looking at the full table of Serie A of the 20 teams, what do we see? We see that in terms of goals scored, can we see the goals scored? Nah, we can't see. We just see a differenza reti, so the total difference in goals scored, 8. So plus 8 for Inter. Wait, I will try to go so that we can see the entirety. Not only the differenza reti. But Inter, 8 goals scored, 0 conceded. 8 goals scored, 0 conceded. Milan, 8 scored, 2 conceded in terms of goals. Juve, 6 scored, 1 conceded. Without forgetting that Milan played against Roma, that is already a bigger team. Inter played against Fiorentina, that it's already a bigger team, always on paper, while Juventus will play their first big game on the fourth one against Lazio. We could have been there up at 9 points. We are at 7. So the first 3 games are gone, 35 to go. Atalanta already lost a game. Napoli already lost a game. Fiorentina lost a game. Lazio lost 2 games. Roma was not even yet able to win 1 game. So I think there are some other teams that are in bigger trouble than us. But Charles Ketelaar is doing well. He's also starting now with Atalanta. Scored a goal, did an assist. Yeah. It's long, It's long. It's really long. Boh, ragazzi. Tomorrow evening, Romeo Agresti. Let's check with him what he has to say. I'm curious about his takes on the midfield. Maybe we'll have some news on Paul Pogba. What did I call Punzara? I forgot. Beppe called it. What did I call today? Biggest surprise of the season will be Atalanta top 4, Miguel is saying. Well, I said Atalanta top 4. I said Atalanta top 4. Pre-mercato, but I said Atalanta top 4, and I said the biggest surprise will be Lecce, but not winning the Scudetto. I said from the 16th to the 11th spot, so that's a huge increase. Then maybe tomorrow they will flop, because you always have that team that is starting well and then boom, because they can't keep that tempo. But Lecce, not bad. Now, if you even have a Frosinone that reinforced themselves, they had already 4 points on 9. It's the same as Fiorentina. The fantastic Fiorentina of the fantastic Fiorentina from Italiano, 4-1, and Arthur is the new Iniesta, mamma mia. You know, sometimes I got pissed off at how much we are exaggerating after 60 minutes of a game. Ciao, grande Tony. Tony saying, I was watching from the official club in Toronto today. Great game and result. Mamma mia, when Pogba scored, I jumped. Poor Paul. I hope he's okay. I heard tweaked something. Yeah, it's something at the back. We'll have to monitor with further exams. It's a pity. Yeah. I don't know what is giving us. Today they lost 4-0 against a fantastic Inter. They are really strong. Huh? You remember when I said Inter will finish second? I didn't put the first name Juve, because I put nobody on first spot, even if I put the other 19, so you can guess, because I will never put Juventus not first. But if in all honesty, I take Juventus, because Juventus, I am biased. I am influenced. I can't, not being influenced by Juve. If I take it away, the first one I put there is Inter, because according to me, they are the strongest one. You're laughing with me, but when I tell you, Napoli, I put them fourth, I put Milan fifth. Maybe I want to, depends, in a few games. They will fight. Napoli, Milan will fight. If last year or 2 years ago they were fighting for the Scudetto, I think at this time they will fight to enter top 4. Miguel, we should sell. No. Miguel, he should accept if there is an offer. We should sell. No. He should accept if there is an offer. That's really different. Really different. Because Juventus can even say, yes, if there is an offer, he's on the market. If he doesn't want to go, he's there. Yeah, they were about to lose against Rapid Vienna. They lost 1-0 in the home game. Then away game, they won 2-0 with goals of Nico Gonzalez, which is great. I was happy that they qualified. Why? Because they will play at least, I think, 6 games, no? Otherwise, an Italiano with 1 game a week can be a pain in the ass. Can be a pain in the ass. Buono ragazzi, we see each other tomorrow. You were fantastic. It's true that I'm tired. I underestimated the fact that I'm tired. Yeah, they were happy to play together, and no. Allegri said, ciao. No, you don't play together. You don't. Pogba was fantastic. It's a pity, because today I could have spoken about Paul Pogba. Does it make sense to go with enthusiasm after the bad news that we have, that maybe he will be injured again? Then maybe it's 1 week, maybe not even, maybe he's there against Lazio. Hopefully, let's see. Ciao Bogdan, ciao Helicopter, ciao Abai, ciao Miguel, ciao a tutti. Ciao.